Laura, join, ladies and gentlemen. Brilliant stuff. Right, we are already on to our last act for this first half. Are we ready?
Yes.
Excellent. I saw him perform in Bath last week, and he is a genius. I'm looking forward to this. I've now just put pressure on, haven't I? Sorry. I genuinely loved it. Please give it up for the wonderful Danny Moore!
Glad there's not too much pressure to live up to now. Right. Yeah, thank you for that. I'm going to give Stuart a round of applause for organising it. We're all right with a bit of dark humour, swearing.
Yay!
Yes, come on. And terrible puns.
Yay!
I thought I saw Donald Trump in Tesco's the other day. It turns out it was a penis-shaped potato. No one? It was a dictator. I try not to get too bogged down with all the sort of news about him, you know, world domination, probably bringing forth the apocalypse. Because, in all honesty, a country with that many school shootings, there's got to be at least one decent sniper. Well, I did say the dark humour bit at the start, so it's a verbal contract. Their libraries over there, they've got more, well, magazines and books. I do try not to watch the news, it does get depressing to be honest. Like the cost of living rising, the cost of heating. My nan's worried that she'll never be able to have her heating flat out. And we've worked out the only time she will is at her cremation. I've been doing this just over a year and I know exactly what you're thinking. Why aren't you on Live with the Apollo? It's a really polite place, Cheltenham. Normally someone said you shit by now. It is, I'm not exactly diverse, you know, white, male, perceived straight. I'm not going to make that tie-dog joke, it's too much surgery to become a woman. It isn't, sadly. I got in the shower without turning the heating on the other day, and I thought it fell off, it was like a third nipple. A few months back, it was November. Right. Yeah, I think it's time to play a little game. Who here has heard of aphantasia? Had the right response? Right, some clues then. It's not a Disney film, it's not a sex act, and it's not a princess with haemophilia. And that's the only haemophilia joke you're going to hear on the circuit, I'm checked. It is a neurological condition where I can't read. I took it so professional, I learned all this. This is the reason I'm going through this. Basically, I can't present mental images, so I've got no third eye in my mind, that sort of thing. I can't imagine a red apple or a loved one's face. When I shut my eyes, it's just black. Yeah. I thought things like count your sheep or phrases, or when you know, imagine people naked when you're speaking to them. Nothing. Just hope you've got some holiday photos on Facebook, that'll be nice of you. Not very cold tonight. Right, as I go ahead. When I read, I don't get pictures and images, unless I'm watching a film with subtitles. I would do more jokes on aphantasia, but I just can't picture myself doing them. I have tried to force myself to make mental images by taking acid. It just made the drive here a nightmare. This is going to be really niche, unless anyone has done acid here, but has anyone else got a car with a heated front windscreen? No? It's just me again. It's all these little wiggly lines to heat it, the glass. And if you go over a bump and the car coming the other way, sometimes you get this big kaleidoscope of colours coming at you, you get an acid flashback. Yeah, I knew I shouldn't have said that. It's supposed to be drink driving when it's dangerous, but I think it's KFC. If you've ever dropped a hot wing at 120 miles an hour and tried to pick it up, the bends come up really fucking quick. Been trying to get fit, got to the gym recently, but someone even knew that. I still call it James. It was going well until I got in the roll machine and it sank. Everyone's going mad for the weight loss injections, but I managed to lose 4 pounds last week without them. I got circumcised. I should have waited that woo then. I am, trying to get fit, and I do live in Monmouth, which is on the English-Welsh border, and I walked here. Right. It's definitely really well prepared for this. This is right, I've had to resort to online dating, which I absolutely hate. It's weird, I don't like it, I'm too old for it. And it's not easy to try and take a photo of this face.
Thank you.
That's why I'm not stood into this light, you can really see it. My profile's full of lies. I am 6'4", but they're two different measurements. I'm hung like a porn star, which is not a male one. And I've never had any complaints in bed. But it is where I sat from the local undertakers. Because I was dating the secretary and went wrong, not for any other reason. But I have got a book coming out next year. Woo! Yay! One person, yay! Woo! You've probably seen what's written here. It is, after my trials of online dating, the art of dick pics. I've actually managed to get it right now. The angle, the lighting, doll's house furniture in the background. A 50p out of Barbie's purse for scale. But I have worked out a way that if the girls I'm talking, the women I'm talking to are online. Sorry, that's forcing how it was out with the lads. I know if you see someone like me and talking to girls online, they're normally pressed outside fucking Aldi by paedophiles. So my self-confidence is quite high. Right. Basically, it's best to start a chat about what adverts they watched growing up. Such as Johnny Vegas and the Monkey, or, someone's seen that. What else? The Cadbury's Gorilla?
Yeah.
No? Or the Jaffa Cake one. Full moon, half moon, someone's getting a stick. Split up with my girlfriend. Who's, she had sense, sobered up. Apparently it's down to astrology. Something to do with Mercury being retrograde, and it caused issues for us. I thought it's because I'm a Virgo and she's a cunt. No, I'm not doing that. Better than that. Someone threw a stick in the woods and she got lost. I'm trying not to come across any bitter because she did leave me for another woman who was a Welsh teacher. Apparently feels really good when she goes down in us and long place names. Well, I can't all be good. It is new material, but I do miss her, to be honest. She could read me like a book. With all self-harm, I got skin like Braille. It get a bit tense then, didn't it? But, I am actually a full-time single father, which is great. And there's stuff you have to pick up that you don't get taught. Like, one day my daughter was choking on a piece of fruit, which she doesn't get from me. And she was going blue and, coughing and gagging, and her eyes were red. I thought, shit, what do? So you learn pretty quick. You have to pick them up, hit them on the back hard enough to dislodge the food, not so hard the health fitters are asked questions. But he was there when I was looking at her, and her eyes were running, she was coughing and gagging. I thought, this is fucking terrifying. But I loved it when your mum looked like that. There are phrases that are all right in the home. My daughter used to have her cousins come over and they call it beating each other up when they were play fighting because they love to watch wrestling, which is fine, until someone else overhears. So we were at the doctor's and it was a checkup and it was all going well. And the doctor noticed some bruises on my daughter's legs and said, where did you get those from? So she looked at me, looked at the doctor, and said, Daddy beats me up. And it was that moment I realised why the mechanics did it. Just in case. Also, got another neurological condition. Basically, Stuart had me here to get an arts funding grant. And better parking. It is another weird one, if anyone's heard of it. SDAM, or severely deficient autobiographical memory, which is really easy to remember, but making dyslexia hard to spell. It basically means I can't remember past events and experiences, which is really lucky for my uncle. It's part of the reason why I've got stuff written down. I was going to write a bit more on my arms, but to be honest, again, all the self-harm, like graffiti on tiger bread. I've got to get out of that, now I've upset everyone. What should we have? Something filthy or an awful pun?
Filthy.
Filthy!
I'm going to try the pun then. I'll do that anyway, just to please myself. What do you call a paedophile vampire? Nosferatu. Oh, but yes. Do you know what? That's it, I'll do. Please, everyone, welcome back, Stuart.
Danny Moore, ladies and gentlemen.